Hey everybody, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I am back to you on Wednesday at noon like I normally am. And if this is my first time you've been at my channel, welcome. And I like to talk about Kindle Direct Publishing, and I'm low content books, but I'm really big on having creative and interesting ideas for books. So I kind of maybe focus on medium content books, meaning books that don't really require a lot of words, but they're not just a blank line notebook or something like that. And I think blank line notebooks are a great place to start your publishing journey, but I think you need to expand and create things for an audience. And so here is another niche I wanted to talk to you guys about, that kind of I did the spot the difference and the creative mystery, and I'm still working on figuring out how to do a scavenger hunt, and I promise once I figure that out I'm going to show you how to do it, because I have kind of an idea in my head. But I wanted to talk about kind of a different niche that's similar to what we were talking about, and I mentioned it in one of my last videos. You can check out my niche playlist on YouTube and see that. So I wanted to talk about I Spy. So I know a lot of people have done I Spy books, and everyone's like, oh, there's so many I Spy books out there, it's just not worth it. I don't think that at all, because I want to show you something. I typed into Book Bolt because I love looking at Book Bolt for like creative and interesting ideas, and look what I came up with. So yes, there's these I Spy, and by the way, whoever this is, Alec, you have a great, they're really cute. I was looking through kind of your book line, they're really cute. But what I wanted to show you is definitely seasonal, and I think new ones every single year are interesting because people maybe have bought a few last year and they want to get a different one this year for their kids. So you can definitely do these types of books, and you definitely want these on the 39 to 40 pages because they're going to be color, premium color, and that's kind of the price point where it makes sense. You can charge $8.99, $9.99 for these books. I would honestly charge $9.99. It's a good return for you as a parent buying something specialty like this for $10. You're kind of like, okay, that's fine. But what I wanted to show you is not just that Halloween I Spy is doing well, which totally makes sense this time of year, but I wanted to show you this. I think this shows you that I Spy can be for anything. You want to teach a kid maybe a different concept or something interesting. Look at this. I Spy, I'm so sorry, I'm going to make this awful if you're Jewish, I'm so sorry. Shukat? But it's basically a Jewish spy activity book for children. So somebody out there said, you know, this is something I know something about or I'm interested in or I want to teach my kids about. I'm going to make books like this. And I think that's exactly what you want to do. I was talking all about, doing camping, right? So I could do a camping I Spy book. Now I'm going to actually show you how to do an I Spy book, and I decided to do Christmas just because I found some fun Christmas characters. But with my camping audience, I could definitely add in an I Spy camping book. So you can do all sorts of things. Don't think you have to be stuck inside some sort of box. Oh, it's been done before. Yeah, dinosaurs have been done before, and ABCs and all that, right? You don't have to be stuck in a box. You can do whatever you want to. But look at some of these really fun and creative ideas that people have had. Here's Christmas, so that's why I'm going to show you how to make an I Spy Christmas book. And this is just kind of a basic, show you how to do it, and you can build upon this. I would definitely check out some of these other books to see how they do it and how they set it up, and figure out with your type of niche, what kind of thing do you want to do. Maybe you do an I Spy book for mechanics, so that if you're a mechanic, you can teach your kid about the different parts of a car. You could do I Spy for nurses, doctors, teachers, right? There's so many niches out there that they want to explain to their kids these different concepts of either what they do, or to teach them just letters in a way that's fun for them, that they can engage with their kid. Just imagine a nurse who wants to teach their kid a little bit about more what they do, and then they can use the ABCs and the different items that a nurse would use. Now, the only thing I want to caution you on, if you're going to do something specific like that, make sure you know your names of things. Don't just guess. I actually saw one book that a reviewer said that wasn't something that was called that. So you want to kind of think, and there's different ways you can do it. I was thinking about doing, you'll see later, I'm going to do S for Santa and Christmas, but I was thinking, I was putting a hat, and it was a Santa hat. I was thinking initially it would be a hat, right? But then I'm like, oh, some kid would call it a Santa hat and would go with S. And that's fine, because either way, you know, that's fine. As long as you're not saying that there's only 4 items on a page or something like that, it doesn't matter if they decide, oh, it's a Santa hat versus a hat. You know, both are fine for that sort of thing. Okay, so I just wanted to show you there. I love the one that's for Jewish children, because I don't know anything about that niche particularly, but I actually gave me an idea for a niche I do know something about, and I thought, oh, what a great idea. So I actually did some searching on Amazon, and there isn't a book of I Spy in that niche, and I thought, what a great idea to add to my, you know, how I'm building out a Christmas catalog. What a great idea to add to my Christmas catalog of things I want to share with my audience of new books that I'm going to have out for this Christmas shopping season. Okay, so let's go. I just wanted to go on Amazon and kind of show you the interior. This is an I Spy Halloween book, and this is for smaller kids, so definitely do your research on what age group you're looking for. You know, the 2 to 5, these letter ones are very, very common because you know, I Spy My Little Eye, something starting with A, right? So alien. I was trying to figure out what else on here would be an A. I don't think of witch, devil, potion, cauldron, skeleton, pumpkin. Okay, so I think, you know, it's the alien. So usually there is one thing in here that could start with an S, but you can make your book whatever kind of book you want it to do. You could say, I spy 2 things that are, right? Or you could tell the person, you could just give directions in your book to say what type of book they're looking for. But like I said, be careful with that whole, if you're going to say there's only one thing on the page and you're going to put Santa and then there's a Santa hat, well, definitely the kid would be like, there's 2 things, not just one. When you were thinking hat and they were taking Santa hat. So, you know, definitely think about how you're going to set it up and what you want to do. Okay, so let's go over here to Canva, and I wanted to show you how to set this up. So you go over to here, create design, 8.375 by 8.5 inches. Okay, so you're going to click inches. Now this size right here is for a book that is 8.25 by 8.25 with bleed. I decided to do with bleed for this in case I decide to make the background colored, because I think that might be more fun than just a white page. So it just, if you don't want to do bleed, you can do an 8.25 by 8.25 interior. Just make sure you leave space around the edges and you have no writing or anything near the edges, so that that's fine. You're not, you know, confusing anyone, and you're not going to make the bleed go wrong. But this I wanted to do with bleed because I thought about making the pages a color. Okay, so I have mine set up for 8.25 by 8.25, and those dimensions are in inches 8.375 by 8.5. Okay, now I'm going to go over here. Here's my almost square, and I am going to, I decided to do a background. So I'm going to make it, let's see, I want this kind of Christmassy theme. Let's see if there's any like Christmas themes. That would be too, definitely not. Maybe I'll just try something red. I don't see anything I particularly like, so maybe I'll just do it that's free. Maybe I'll just do it a flat color. And maybe I could alternate red and green. Let's see, red. I don't like that red. Let me find a palette color that I like. Here's a red. That's pretty bright. I would really like a soft red. And that seems kind of too, maybe I'll do the soft green. Maybe something like that. Alright, well, we'll try that soft green and see how it looks. I might have to change that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our text. And you can just add in text. You can kind of pick one of these. You're probably just going to add in a text. So add in a heading, and you can say, you're going to want to check all sorts of trademarks and things like that. But I was just going to, I was trying to decide if I wanted it to be I spy, or, so you can go I spy something that starts with MK. Well, we're going to have it. Okay, I'm going to have that right there so that I've kind of keep my edges clear, that there's no writing in there. And I'm going to change this to be, let's see, maybe something spooky. You still want it nice and readable for kids, but something maybe more fun. No, I don't like that. Code. Maybe that? That's kind of fun. I know it's not necessarily, yeah, I like that. So you just want it to be really able, especially for littler kids, easier for them to read, right? Something that's not too flowery or scripty. And I like that, that's fine. And you can change the size, and maybe I will. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to add in another bit of text. I'm going to add an S. Okay, now I want to find something really big. This horizon is really big. Maybe that's a good S. Let's see. Let's make it bigger. Kind of make that down so that I can pull. You're seeing my Grammarly, so I make sure I spell things right. Come in. It gets kind of annoying sometimes. There we go. I spy something that starts with S. It seems really short. So let's try and find a different, maybe this one? No, I don't like that. Definitely. Well, maybe. Ah, there. That's really nice and big and bold for a kid. And maybe I want to make this really kind of big so the kid can, I don't want it tilted, but move it over so it's kind of centered like that. And I could make it maybe a bright color, change the color of the font to maybe red. Oh, that's not a very good red. Let's go to any color. Let's go way over here. See, I'm not liking my green background. I have to find the right green. That seems pretty bright. But you can also go to, let's go over here and do document colors. You can fiddle with it and find maybe the green that works. Maybe something like that. I kind of like that, maybe. But you could also make it white if you didn't want it to have color. Now we're going to insert our elements. I had uploaded a bunch of fun stuff. So I'm going to, see how I was talking about S, Santa hat pencil? Maybe I shouldn't do that one. Maybe because that whole, if I'm saying I spy something, so that's kind of one thing. I could put, you could change this up. Don't feel you have to stick to I spy and just one thing. You could say I spy two things that start with, or I spy one thing, or I spy many things. You could change it. Don't just feel you get stuck in one thing. You could do whatever you want. So I have this fun Santa. Let's put Santa right here. So what starts with S, Santa, and I have these reindeer. So I'm just going to kind of add stuff, and then add the tree, and then I'm going to move it around until it looks pretty. Okay, So it's not looking pretty yet, I promise. I'm going to make it look prettier. I'm just kind of putting some stuff on there. Maybe I'll put another present on there. Okay, that seems like a lot of things. Alright, so I'm going to make them smaller so that they all fit. I'm going to actually make this smaller so I don't accidentally keep grabbing it. Okay, now I'm going to put the bell up here. I'm going to keep Santa just where he is. I'm going to make this present really tiny, kind of over by Santa. Maybe I'll put it over by the tree. I'm not sure. I'm going to make that guy smaller because he's kind of fun. And I am going to put this present kind of by the tree and make it a little smaller. And we're going to move him over there. So, you know, really you're just kind of moving stuff around until it looks good. And we're going to move him to the middle. And make this tree a bit smaller. And we're going to make him a bit bigger. And down. I can't get too close, so I'm going to make him smaller. Actually, I think I'm going to move him over here. So you can see how after a while you just kind of fiddle with it. And I'm going to move it up here so I can grab this guy right here. And move him. Yeah, he kind of looks better down here. And that there. And looking at this, I kind of like this green, but I'd like it to be kind of, I guess I want to say, like a starburst out. And so I am going to see if I can figure out something to do with that. Let's go back to backgrounds and see if I can find some sort of like watercolor, something like this back there, and I want to see if I can change its color to green. I don't know about that color green, but let's fiddle with it over in here. Maybe not that watercolor. Alright, let's try some more fun backgrounds. I like this one too. Let's try this one and see if we can't get it to go like a green. I think that just changed it to the background. Maybe that one? Yeah, I see. I wanted it to have a little bit of different color or texture or something like that. So you can kind of fiddle with these different things to see what you like and how you're going to change it. You can fiddle with it, and here's an image. You know, you can add shadows, you can do different things to your images. So just fiddle with things until you decide you like them. I like this to have this color, but I like it to have kind of two different colors, just some different color with it. Kids love colors, so that's something you can definitely do. Let's see if there's other things we can do to this S. This is kind of fun. So you can add a shadow, which I kind of like. That's nice. Or you can outline it. I would actually make this inside darker. Ooh, no. Maybe we're not going to outline it like that. So let's try not. Yeah, so I don't like that one because I think that would confuse a kid. The shadow is fine. Maybe hollow. You could do something like that. Maybe just the shadow. And then I'm going to actually make my shadow this black color so that the S kind of stands out. And you could, you know, add some shadows to any of these. Let's see, or actually not add shadows, but you can do edit image, and you can definitely add some different things. Yeah, here's the shadow function, and you can add a little shadow to it. This one right here, this drop, and it'll take a second, and then it might pixelate for a little bit. I'm trying to record and do different things, so it's going to look a little pixelated until it finishes rendering, and that might take a few minutes, especially since I'm trying to record this and that, but eventually it will be fine. It does look a little pixelated now, but eventually it'll be fine. It's just because I'm running that. But you can see the shadow that it adds, and it's still figuring out how to do it. Sorry, running too many things at once, but it'll eventually look fine. But if you don't like that effect of having a shadow, then don't add that. It's just something I like to do. There, it kind of finished rendering. I like to do things like that because it definitely gives it a little more depth. I think it looks more professional when you add those little touches to things like that. Okay, so I hope this was really helpful to show you how you can do something like this with an I Spy book and make it really fun, make it your own. You don't have to do Christmas, you can do any sort of niche you like, but I just was giving you an example how to do this. All right, so thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.